In this video, guys, I want to talk about throwing everything away due to one trading mistake. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate there's a lot of content on YouTube and you're choosing to spend 5, 10, 15 minutes with me. It's much appreciated. I hope I can give you some value. I hope the other videos give you value, and I hope I continue to provide value to you, and I get a lot of great messages of support, and I appreciate that so much. You're sharing, you're liking, commenting, subscribing, so thank you very much. Appreciate you all. So anyway, let's get to the topic. The topic is this: don't throw away everything with one trading mistake. Or don't throw everything away with one trading mistake. So what do I actually mean by this? So it's perhaps not what you think it is. I know, having my own experience in the markets and seeing others and this kind of stuff, and we have the just exposure to other traders and you guys' comments and stuff, and just generally knowing how human traders behave, we tend to have this scenario, and it is we're all good at writing down rules. Most of us have got to the point where we write down rules, where we kind of go, okay, yes, I must not do this, I must not do that, I must do that, I must do the other, and you kind of got your rules there, and you're doing this, and you're kind of chugging along in the day. And what tends to happen is you go a reasonable amount of time by following that, and then one day comes along, and whatever it is, normal day, maybe not feeling right, whatever it is, just a normal losing day in the markets that happens to every trader out there. And maybe you broke a rule, or maybe something frustrates you, or maybe you're like, if you're a day trader, maybe you kind of hit your loss limit early at the open, or something like that just triggers you. And if you'd stop there, there's no problem. If you stopped at that point, you broke a rule, you took a trade you shouldn't have, you got stopped out on a bit of a stupid trade, you did a trade that was a bit too much size, whatever it is, that first mistake, if you stop after that first mistake, everything's fine. You can shut down your PC, you come the next day, you carry on, you're a bit frustrated by that, a bit annoyed at the dip in equity, but you get over it, you carry on your trading journey, marching forward, still pushing ahead. Now, the trouble is that very often that mistake is a seed that grows and grows and grows and grows into such a point that it chokes off your equity and you end up doing damage to the account. So think of a scenario. You make an error. Let's say you just get caught out at something early in your trading, you get to your screen, do your analysis, bang, hit a trade, damn it, hit my loss limit. And there's a little voice inside that's annoyed and frustrated that you've been stopped out. It's so early in the day, God damn it, right, it's so early in the day. 10 minutes in and I'm stopped out, there's such an opportunity there, I'm missing out on stuff, I prepared on this, I shouldn't have done that, I'm really, and you're growling away internally. But there's another voice that's saying, yeah, but there's loads of opportunities today. You could easily end the day green. Well, you get a good day, right? Yeah, your loss limit, but it's one of those things, bit of bad luck. You can overrule this once. And that's the turning point. That's the fork in the road for many traders. The majority of the traders take that fork. They listen to that dialogue that says, hey, yeah, okay, carry on trading. Yeah, I know I said I'd do this, and I know I stuck to rules, and I listened to that bloke on YouTube who told me to do a plan and stick to my risk rules, but this is different. And they go down that path. Now, they might get away with it that day, but at some point they won't. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be the 5th time they do it, but at some point they won't. But on that day, when you won't, this will happen. You'll overrule it, and you won't feel it at the time. This is the cunning thing about it. You won't feel it, but there'll be such a sense of internal shame that you can't feel yet, because you've overruled that decision. Because deep down, I've done it again. I've made the same mistake again. I can't trust myself. I'm not disciplined. I'm not sticking to the rules. I'm not doing what I say I'm going to do. I'm the one who set the rules, and I can't even do what I say I'm going to do. How can I expect to be the trader I want to be? That will be boiling and bubbling away inside you. Don't get me wrong. And you know it as well, because you've been there. I've been there before, and I know you've probably been here before. And so then when you take a trade, if you lose then, it has 10 times the impact of a normal losing trade, because you know you shouldn't have traded it. You know you're breaking a rule from trading it. You know that you've stepped over the mark, and you've chosen actively to step over that red line and continue regardless of what you'd said to yourself at the weekend, or you've looked yourself in the mirror and told yourself. You've decided to actively sabotage where you want to go. And that stings 10 times as much. It's not even the money at that point. You're just thinking, damn, why can't I trust myself? Why am I breaking the rules all the time? Why am I doing this? And that creates a spiral, because at that point you go, well, I've lost 400. I'll carry on. And then at that point, then you are on your way to full tilt. You are trading purely from emotion, and a tilt trader will just trade in response to what's happening. You know, a focused trader, if you're a focused trader, you're calm, you're professional, you review the situation and you plan your trade. You say, hey, I think we're going to do this is my idea, but I'd like to see X, Y, Z, and then I'll pull the trigger. A trader who's trading on tilt and emotion sees a move and goes, I'm going to jump on that for a quick move. Bang, and it pulls back, stops them out, damn it. And they go, okay, it was going lower. It's go, yeah, I knew I was right, I'll cover it. And it pops up, damn it. And they're constantly just reacting. But you're in massive negative expectancy at that point, because you've got the behavior of, I never want to take a loss, I always want to cut winners quickly, and you're in just a horrible place to be. And that just adds fuel. And why, you know, traders end up blowing up, or traders end up going to such a point where they've lost so much on the day, or they kind of days, they go, whoa, I'm supposed to lose $200 and I've lost $3,000. Oh my God, you know, it's a lot. Okay, and then they kind of come to their senses. It may not blow up the whole account, but do some devastating damage. And so it all stems, should I say, from the one mistake. You know, the one mistake that you made, which is a perfectly acceptable mistake. You know, maybe it's you lose a trade. So what? You lost it. You made a bad call straight on early in the day. Maybe you slipped up and did something that was a slight rule break. You know, so what? You know, if you catch it there and then, it's not going to do much damage. You know what? Damn it! Max loss on the day. The first 5 minutes. What an idiot. Okay, shut it down. Come back later, review it, and I'll trade again tomorrow. Note it down in the journal. Be annoyed. Let it soak in. Let it dissipate. Refresh. Relax for tomorrow. That's normal, guys. That's normal. And learning to deal with that and recognize there's an error, but recognizing that that's fine, but the next step isn't. And that's the point. You know, you have to be able to stop yourself after that first mistake and say, I will be throwing away all the work I've done, everything I've learned, all the videos I've watched of that guy on YouTube, all the books I've read, all the course I've been on, everything will be thrown away if I continue to just make this step. And just grabbing yourself at that point, it's the hardest thing in the world. It's so hard. As a new trader, it's hard. When you get a bit more seasoned, you recognize, hey, I've put my hand in this fire again, it's burning. Oh, just stop putting your hand in the fire. It becomes easy, it becomes a habit. But when you're growing as a trader, it's hard to say, hey, I've made the mistake. I don't want to quit for that. You make all the excuses. But it's a time to go, yeah, all right, I'm going to make the hard decision. It's going to sting and it's going to rip and it's going to be like internal, like, oh God, I just want to trade. I want my money back. I want to feel good. But it's that hard decision at that point that cements the discipline. And I guarantee this, that at the end of that trading day, when you've crystallized that loss, whatever that max loss is, so you've got $1,000 a day max loss, and you've stopped there, and it was first 10 minutes, bang, grand. You're like, oh, I jumped the gun on that trade, you know, out of sync with it, max loss. You will feel more pride and confidence than anything else, because you had the ability to be tested in the biggest way possible early in the day with risk, and you had the free decision to do what you want, and you actively chose to do the thing that is going to get you to where you want to be as a trader, and not stumbling along and falling by the wayside like others out there. And so I ask you this, guys, when you are in a situation where you make a mistake, as traders do, as we all do, every single trader makes a mistake, that you recognize that and you stop, and you don't let that one mistake throw everything away, because that's what happens. That one mistake can just throw everything you work for away, throw where you're going to go away. And it can be in the blink of an eye, just a blink of an eye. You make that split-second decision to take a trade on full size after that error. And that then is very hard to get back from. So recognize a mistake, acknowledge a mistake, do the hard thing. That will ensure longevity in the markets, which ensures that you can get time to learn and improve and grow and get the screen time, all the other stuff that comes in, and get battle hardened. And so you're still here 3 years down the line, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, you develop that skill for life. All right, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, if this is up your street, thumbs up is much appreciated as always. Check out the links we've got in the description below. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.